you are an inspiration for a lot of people because you were so positive at a time when you were going through your own toughest phase, battling cancer. So where does that positivity and that strength come from?
Honestly, I didn't think I was being very positive or I was being very strong. I mean, when everybody tells me that, I look back and I say, yeah, maybe I was, but I never felt that I was being strong. I just didn't know any other way to be. Maybe that's just me. The blow had been dealt. This is what it was. You had to get on with it and, kind of make the most of what was happening. Either you got through it or you didn't get through it. There was no third option to it. And I did not like the second option of not getting through it. I wanted to get through it. So if I wanted to get through it, then there was only one way to do it, and just go embrace it, I would say. And I did. I embraced it. I always felt that one goes through whatever happens in life because you're supposed to learn something from it. And I embraced it as such, as saying that this is a lesson that life is teaching me and I need to learn it. And that helped me.
And something so wonderful you said, most people wouldn't have the courage to say that, is that even sometimes family can really, sympathize with you, and that's not what a person needs really. You need strength. So how is that something, you had to be really strong to tell family that, don't give me any.
So there's a joke that we have in our family. We call it, even with my team, we say that. We say BC and AC, that is before cancer and after cancer. Now, before cancer, I would have been a little more, timid is not the right word, but a little more like, this doesn't sound right. This person will feel bad. But when I was going through what I was going through, there was no place to think about somebody else. I needed to think only about myself, otherwise I would not make it. So the moment I started thinking about myself, there were certain actions that were absolutely clear and absolutely right to do. And so the moment there was somebody who was coming in with very, the copious tears and the sympathy, and it was like, okay, bye-bye, I don't need to meet you just now, we shall meet a few years down the line. So right now I don't need this, and that was that.
And as a new gen mom, how are you handling that role? I'm sure that's also a different side.
My son is 16 years old. And believe me, he doesn't want me around as much anymore. Though I have a great teenager who is very loving and who, one hears a lot of stories about teenagers not wanting to be hugged and not really interested in what you're doing. I don't have that problem. He's well enough interested and very loving and all of that. But he needs space, and I'm happy to give him that space because I have given to motherhood, parenting fully, like completely fully. So I feel that I can take time out now because he needs some time out too, and I don't want to be hovering over him. I think that would be detrimental to his growth. And so it's time to not hover over him and to find my own life or to regain some of the things that I used to do. And so I'm so totally ready to get back to work.
Yeah, and you have worked across mediums, as we know.
Yes.
But are there any, filmmakers or any roles maybe that you have in mind that you still want to explore?
I really, there's so much of interesting new talent out there, and the way they think is so different that it's very exciting, and I would love to work with new people, new writers, new directors, new technicians, because it's like a new world that's opened out, and I don't know anything about it. So for me it's like a child who's been given all these a room full of toys suddenly. So I'm like, okay, which one, So I want to try out everything. But like you mentioned, the medium wise, I'm not that comfortable with theatre as a medium, because I realized when I did theatre for the play that I did, some people enjoy the repetitiveness of doing things and finding something different every time they do a show. And they find joy in that, and it's beautiful. But I'm not that person. I need to move on. When I'm done with the character, move on to the next character, live the next life, live be another person. I enjoy that.
Subscribe to Midday India. Get direct notifications on all our videos by clicking on the bell icon.